The 17 runners now walking forward towards the starter. White flag raised. Off and racing in the opener, the Kilsheelan Mares Maiden Hurdle. As they go to the first of 9 flights, New Garland Town towards the inside is close up, with Circus Act between them, the odds-on favourite Night and Day. As they jump the first, all negotiated it safely and beginning the downhill run towards the straight. New Garland Town goes on, leads by a couple of lengths to Night and Day in second, followed on the downhill run by Gabby's Girl ahead of Circus Act in fourth. Cool Cree is just behind them, with alongside One Cool Lady. Also in that groom is Nighthall around the outside. As they head downhill, the black and white colours of Penny Song. As they approach the turn into the straight, flights 2 and 3 ahead of them before they head out on the circuit. New Garland Town with Gabby's Girl in the quartered colours. Night and Day, the outside in the 2 shades of green. They're followed into the straight by Cool Cree to the inside. Alongside with the red cap is Circus Act, and they're followed by One Cool Lady. Improving towards the inside is Chautauqua. Not far off them, Nighthall, Penny Song around the outside. The white and red check colours of Pearl of Florida just behind them. Stable companion Get a Bell towards the outside of that one, tucked away towards the inner as they head for flight number 2 is Apples in Winter. As they near this flight, Gabby's Girl has been taken out. Gabby's Girl pulled up before that flight as they come away from flight number 2, and New Garland Town has fallen there. New Garland Town a casualty at flight number 2. So on to the flight in front of the stands, last one next time. The odds-on favourite Night and Day takes them along. From Circus Act in second, Cool Cree the inside in green. Behind them is Chautauqua, the outside Penny Song, Nighthall between them. Then in 2 shades of blue is One Cool Lady, a couple of lengths then. As they head into the turn to the green and yellow colours, Apples in Winter. Alongside that one towards the outside is Get a Bell, just ahead of Pearl of Florida. Next towards the inside is Fleming's Riva. Outside that one is Ballinclay Court. And the final trio as they go to jump their 4th flight. Inveterate ahead of Annie Bella, and the overall back marker towards the outside with the yellow cap is Emily's Fortune. Going to the turn, that'll bring them up the far side. Night and Day on the outside leads. Cool Cree a close second. Circus Act remains close up in third. Chautauqua and Nighthall just behind them, and then Penny Song towards the outside. Towards the inner, trying to make some headway, is Apples in Winter as they go to jump the first of the flights on the far side of the track. Night and Day increased her advantage, goes on by 2. Cool Cree second, Circus Act third. Chautauqua is next, followed on to the next flight by Apples in Winter towards the inner. Away from that, they have just 3 to jump as they head across now with a good run to the third last flight, the flight at the top of the track. Night and Day leads. In second is Cool Cree. Still close up on the outside is Circus Act. Towards the inside is Apples in Winter. Chautauqua is with them. One Cool Lady just behind them towards the outside of Nighthall as they clear that flight. Nighthall made a bad mistake there. As they begin the descent, Night and Day, the long odds-on favourite, leads by over 3 lengths, followed downhill by Chautauqua in second. Improving just behind them, One Cool Lady. Right with them still Circus Act. As they continue downhill, Chautauqua goes through into second behind Night and Day. Circus Act is towards the outer. And they're chased on the downhill run by, towards the inside, Apples in Winter. One Cool Lady just behind them. Cool Cree is weakened. Trying to close on the leading group is Pearl of Florida. As they approach the turn in, Night and Day keeping a wide berth. Towards the inside, pushed along Apples in Winter. Chautauqua, One Cool Lady, and also in touch Circus Act. As they turn in, head for the second last flight. Towards the outside, Night and Day, Paul Townend. Over towards the inside, Apples in Winter driven along by Niall Prendergast. Trying to come through, One Cool Lady in the blue with Luke Dempsey. The outside is Circus Act and Gavin Broder. But as they come up to bypass the second last flight, a good run to the last now. Night and Day is clear by 6 or 7 lengths. Circus Act over towards the inside, Apples in Winter, One Cool Lady in fourth. But as they near the final flight, Night and Day over safely, clear by 10, 12, maybe 15 lengths. And pushed out by Paul Townend. Good start to the day for Paul and for Willie Mullins as Night and Day wins by a wide margin. Apples in Winter, it will be second. Circus Act third, and fourth spot for One Cool Lady.
Joined now by Paul Townend, who won the opening race there at Clonmel with Night and Day. Big unit, she's done very well there, well done.
She's smashing, yeah. Fine big unit, as you say. But she was thrown in the deep end last year. She was doing nice work, and I think she definitely has a future. And she has loads of scope to jump a fence.
You'd be very surprised looking at her praying that she raced in the flat as a 3-year-old back in France.
I'd say she was fairly raw then, all right. No, she's loads of size and scope about her, and a pleasure to ride, jump great, and the ground is very hard work out there, but she coped with it quite well.
Yeah, indeed, and the ground is quite testing. You're getting the best of it there, but it looks extremely testing, in behind you at least anyway.
It's yeah, it's it's proper heavy, and it's after a freeze on it as well, so it's gluey, and no, it'll be a war of attrition for the day.
Fo de Brazil in her upcoming race, he looked quite big, understandably 4 years off the track when running a Limerick recently. How's he been since then?
Yeah, he's been fine. I suppose the thing was to see him the next morning after that, and he was okay. So no, he'll have benefited from that, and we'll see. But as I said, that ground, if there is anything to question, it'll find it out today. And Gaelic Warrior, then sure, looking forward to him as well.
Very good, listen, well done there.
Thanks for it.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.